United States Navy.
What is your name?
Don Miller,
What branch of military are you from?
United States Air Force.
Your name?
I'm Curtis Cherry.
And what branch of military were you in?
I was in the United States Air Force.
What is your name?
My name is Robert Hicks.
And what branch of military were you in?
I was in the United States Air Force.
Dave Lowry,
And what military branch?
U.S. Air Force.
My name is Conrad Steele.
And what branch of military are you from?
I was in the United States.
How many years?
I was in for almost 31 years.
How many years?
For 30 years.
How many years?
24 years.
How many years?
20 years.
How many years?
I was active duty military from 1985 to 1989, and then I was a military contractor for over 20 years, working all around the world.
Dubai, Bahrain, Singapore, Hong Kong.
What is the place around the world you saw and experienced?
Well, I wanted to go to California because I was originally born and raised in California, but they sent me way back here to Dover, Delaware. So I spent 4 years, got married. My wife and I then went to the Philippines for 4 years, and then 8 years up in Grand Forks, North Dakota, which was very cold in the wintertime. We went to Lodges Field, Azores after that. It's 2/3 of the way out in the Atlantic Ocean, off the shore of Portugal, and I loved it there. It was 2 years of just great because it's so pretty and everything. Then we went to Texas for 1 year, which I didn't really like. I wanted them to tell me that I could go to Dover Air Force Base because I knew I was going to retire there. And then, things happened, and I came back here, and that's it.
Places you went when you were in service?
I was privileged to fly in the C5 Galaxy at Dover Air Force Base, and I basically flew all over the world. If you take a dart and throw it on a map, I've been there. Really, is the only country in the world I've never been is North Korea, and I'll say I'm not going there.
And I've been on every continent except for Antarctica. I was overseas for almost 20 years in both the Pacific. I was in Japan for 6 years, Philippines, Korea, Australia. Been all over the Pacific, and I was also in Europe for 11 years. Been to Africa, working, and I was engaged in the Bosnia-Herzegovina war when that was going on the Balkan Peninsula. Was also in Gulf War I, and I supported fighter operations in the Second Gulf War.
Where are some of the places where?
I was stationed first in Texas. I went to various trade schools, weapons schools. I became a security policeman. Was stationed in Incirlik, Turkey for 2 years, which was amazing, and then came to Dover Air Force Base. I separated from service, but then became a military contractor. I worked over 20 years on military bases around the world.
Chance to do it, would you do it?
Do it tomorrow. I wish I was still in.
Thank you.
I do it again and again and again. It was a wonderful experience.
And if you had to do it all over again, would you do it?
Absolutely, in a heartbeat, just like that.
If you had to do it all over again, would you?
Oh yeah, in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. I'm a little older now, but
with Veterans Day coming up, is there anything you'd like to say to the people watching this?
Just that they should thank a vet for their service, and they should not just say thank you, but recognize what service is. And I encourage them to be a part of their community and provide service to their community.
All right, well, with Veterans Day coming up, is there anything you'd like to say to people watching the video?
I'd like to say wholeheartedly to all the veterans, all the veterans' spouses, and all the veterans' children, thank you for your service. Thank you so much.
Veterans Day is coming up too, and is there anything you'd like to say to the people that are watching this?
I think it's a great holiday. It's a great event. Thank you for caring for us as much as you guys do. and veterans are great people.
With Veterans Day coming up, is there anything you'd like to say about it?
Yeah, I definitely appreciate always hearing the thanks for the service. Ultimately, I chose to join the service. It's something my father did, and he was in the Army. It was a natural thing for me to want to do after high school. I couldn't afford college. It was a way to pay for college. It was a way to see the world. One of the greatest things that I learned, other than things about myself that I didn't know, is to appreciate different cultures. In being stationed in Turkey and being able to be throughout the Middle East, parts of Asia, I really did get an appreciation for other cultures and the diversity in the world. And then it also made me appreciate things about the United States that I took for granted. And really until I missed them, I couldn't truly appreciate them. And it gave me a chance to mature, and I went from a boy to a man through my time in the service. I think with Veterans Day, it's a great time for me to reflect. I think about service. My dad became a teacher after he was in the Army. I became a teacher after I gave my service. And I would just encourage all others, if you think about Veterans Day and your country and how you can give service throughout, there are many different ways in which you can serve your country. The military is just one. Teaching is another. But I think if everybody takes the time to truly understand their Constitution, understand their obligation to their country, find a way to serve. Doesn't have to be through the military. It was a way that helped me. I appreciate that, and I appreciate all the thanks. But ultimately, if everybody could serve their country in some way, it'd be great.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.